Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Sean Showtime Porter basically is doing an interview with the PBC and states that Errol Spence Jr. is the boogeyman of the welterweight division. Now, let's just quote him directly, because I don't want to come out and anyone say anything that it's not. So let me just quote him directly. This is a direct quote from Sean Showtime Porter. He's Spence the boogeyman. He's the boogeyman of my weight class. Everybody calls Spence that now. He's the guy we all want, but in the public eye, he's the guy we all fear. He's a southpaw. Those guys are always hard to fight. Strong hand, but also a strong right hand. And like Abner said, he's an aggressive fighter. He's always in your face, always in your grill, and that's what makes him the boogeyman. Now, I'll have to disagree with that 100,000%. And the reason why I have to disagree with that, he may be the boogeyman for most fighters on the PBC Showtime roster, but he's not the boogeyman of the division of 147 pounds. And this is the reason why. Because when he comes out and openly states that he's on the other side of the street than Terrence Crawford, when he knows the biggest fight to be made is against a Terrence Bud Crawford, and yet he says he's on the other side of the street, he won't fight on ESPN. But yet, you're your own boss. So that means you can fight anyone you want, anywhere you want. That's what you say. You say you're with Man Down Promotions. You're your own boss. Then why won't you go fight on ESPN for the highest payday you've ever made? And also, there's no one on your resume that you've beaten to date, or anyone in the welterweight division that will have the resume of Terrence Crawford and will give Errol Spence more credibility than beating a Terrence Crawford who has a world title. Errol Spence went all the way to the UK to win his first world title, the Ibfp title. Why will you not fight Terrence Crawford in America on ESPN for the highest payday, and you can still make a killing? And then if you win the fight, you'll not only unify belts, but you'll also have one of the best scalps in boxing on your resume, a former unified champion, unified world champion. Why would you not want to do that? There's a reason why. Because you know how good he is. You know how dangerous he is. He told Terrence Crawford to his face that he was wanting to take the easy route with Showtime. Why would he want to do that with Sean Porter and Mikey Garcia? He want the fights that he perceives to be the easiest before he even has to look at facing a guy like Terrence Crawford, basically trying to stall him out. You can't be the boogeyman when you don't want to cross the street to fight the baddest man in the division. Keith Thurman makes a lot of statements about Terrence Crawford hating, and he's ducking too. And I'll tell you why Keith Thurman is ducking. Because Keith Thurman turns around and says, Terrence Crawford hasn't done anything at the weight. But yet, Terrence Crawford is a world champion at 147 pounds. He's moved up in weight, and a lot of people said that Jose Benavidez, would hurt Terrence Crawford. He's too small. A lot of people said Jeff Horn would hurt Terrence Crawford. He's too small. And neither one of those guys hurt Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford stopped them both. So let's be honest and unbiased about who we have here in the welterweight division and who's the true boogeyman. No one wants to fight Terrence Crawford in the welterweight division. And it's not because of any legitimate reasons. Because if we're honest and unbiased, we know that Terrence Crawford would give anyone in the welterweight division their biggest payday or close to it, and he would also give them a title shot. So there's no reason why you shouldn't want to fight a Terrence Bud Crawford. It's plain and easy to see who the real boogeyman of the welterweight division is. Once again, Ibfp, unbiased as always. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.